Hello YouTube, Arrow Assassin here today, and today I want to talk about the top 3 best casters for Legion. First things first, none of my casters are 110, but I have played it on beta, and I'm basing it off on beta because it's not really much different on live. There's still some tuning to do, so if the classes are not that great after, I'll probably redo it, but this is just what I think currently right now. And from what I've faced and seen in both battlegrounds and arenas, mostly in battlegrounds. So first up is Mage. I think Mage is probably the best caster currently right now. All 3 specs are pretty good if played right. Plus, I've been a huge fan of Fire Mage. I always have been over the years, and it's just overall a fun spec to play. I'll hopefully eventually get this tune up there so I can play it, but overall, I think Mage class is definitely the top class. Plus, everybody knows that Blizzard usually ends up loving mages eventually and buffs them even more. So, I'm aware of all casters being currently nuked by melee at the moment, but I don't expect melee to rule much longer. So, and if I had to pick the best caster that they're going to buff, I'm predicting mages. It's usually always mages. So, and they usually have always at least one spec viable, if at all. So, moving on to the next class. Alright guys, up next is Boomkin. I've been a Boomkin main for a long time, and Legion's probably like the first time I haven't mained it, just because I'm not really into the huge playstyle as much this one. It'll probably end up being one of my main specs eventually if they decide to buff casters more than they currently are right now, which probably will happen. But the reason why this is second is because they can do like over 1 million hit with New Moon, I believe, and overall that's pretty much the basic reason why. Most of it else is kind of but they're pretty strong, I guess, if left alone. Maybe in battlegrounds I could see them being pretty good, because they can usually get more free casts off, maybe. So that's just what I personally believe, and why I put this as second. I am not hating on Boomies at all. I love Boomkin, I always will, and I'll probably always end up usually going back to it eventually. So with that, guys, let's move on to the next class. Alright guys, up next is Shadow Priest. I had a hard time picking between this or Lock, because I feel like, I know Warlocks are complaining a lot right now, but I feel like in the right hands, because I've seen good locks and what they can do. I've pretty much gotten destroyed by a few locks a few times, even on my Demon Hunter, and I've seen what a good lock can do, so I think they're pretty strong casters. I think Shadow Priest is as well, so I'd probably say they're both tied. The only reason why I went with Shadow Priest is because they got some pretty decent heals. I mean, you could do, from what I heard, 3 of them. I haven't really played much Priest in Legion, but I've seen what they can do, especially in battlegrounds, and I've actually had an arena partner yesterday who was pretty much destroying people, even the melee, so I think this is why I put it as third. I do not have much experience as a Shadow Priest, so compared to, like, I played Warlock a little bit more than Shadow Priest, but I overall probably put them about the same. So yeah guys, unfortunately Elemental Shaman is last because pretty obvious reasons, and if you don't believe me you can look at the forums. And with that guys, let me know what you guys think of this, and I'll see you guys later.